Why?
Why?
Why? Look at that. Look at that game.
No, he's great, but I've seen that before.
Hey there guys, what's going on, and welcome back to our channel. Nasty comments, beefs, memes, diss tracks, Shaq's known to disrespect whoever. And sometimes it got so bad, it resulted in him ending his careers in professional sports, a world where the majority of sports players are glorified. Some don't get the respect they truly deserve, whether it's the media, the fans, or even their peers who don't appreciate them. They're often unfairly criticized for a variety of unknown reasons. Let's head on to times Shaq disrespected NBA players. Number 4. Chris Bosh. Maybe it's because he played the majority of his career for the Toronto Raptors, a franchise that's treated with complete apathy in the United States. Or maybe it's because his slender frame doesn't exactly strike fear into the eyes of opposing power forwards. Regardless of the reasons, Chris Bosh is probably the least respected of any NBA All-Star among both the fans and his peers. For the first 7 years of his professional career, Bosh played for the Toronto Raptors and became the face of the franchise upon the departure of the disgruntled Vince Carter. But despite being a perennial all-star, having 5 straight years of averaging better than 22 points per game, Bosh was dismissed as simply being a good player on a bad team. He was even referred to as the RuPaul of big men by Shaq just over 2 years ago. Now Shaq has taken another shot at Bosh, referring to the Miami Heat and their Big Two when announcing the release of the 2011 to 2012 NBA schedule. I'm not sure which is more ridiculous, the fact that NBA players continue to take unprovoked shots at the 6-time All-Star, or that the NBA bothered releasing a schedule for the next season.
I said Chris Bosh is a good, solid player.
You put that man in the big three.
I never called him the big three.
Yes, you did.
First of all,
Number 3. Shaq shows Chris Dudley who's boss. Shaq is easily one of the most dominant big men to play the game of basketball, and this play is one of the reasons he was so feared around the league during his playing days. Now, when Shaq got a good position in the post, it wasn't an uncommon sight to see his power over the defender for a nice slam. This certain play was all the same. However, after the dunk, Shaq pushes Dudley into the cameraman behind the basket. This led to an enraged Dudley picking up the basketball and hurling it at the retreating Shaq. One of the funnier plays fans of the NBA has ever seen. Dudley probably didn't think anything was that funny, as he mostly felt very disrespected by Shaq as he got dunked on and pushed over onto the court floor. Number 2. Luka Doncic. The 21-year-old willed a Porzingis-less Mavs team for 21 down to deliver a cold-blooded, mind-breaking voice bang just hours after suffering an ankle sprain that looked no different than the one that just sidelined fellow white boy Gordon Hayward for a month. The irrationally enduring idea that Luka is nothing more than Tony Kukoc 2.0 is now as delusional as still believing the Easter Bunny is real, or that Michael Jordan voluntarily opted out of basketball demagoguery to play AA baseball in Alabama. While the NBA world collectively marveled at the power of Luka, TNT analyst Shaquille O'Neal chose to channel his Gran Torino Clint Eastwood and poop on the parade.
Look at that. Look at that game.
No, he's great, but I've seen that before.
Number 1. JaVale McGee. The Golden State Warriors have reached out to Turner Sports to discuss Shaquille O'Neal's ongoing coverage of center JaVale McGee, league sources told ESPN. Sources told ESPN that Warriors contacted Turner officials to express concern about TNT's years-long McGee coverage on the Shaq in a Fool segment on the popular Inside the NBA show, with the team contending that the ongoing negative portrayal of the veteran center is doing unnecessary damage to McGee's reputation. A Turner source confirmed the discussions with the Warriors and told ESPN that the matter had been discussed internally after a Twitter feud erupted Thursday night between O'Neal and McGee. McGee's penchant for on-court gaffes and stints with the Wizards, Nuggets, 76ers, Mavericks, and Warriors have been a mainstay of O'Neal's weekly Shaq and a Fool blooper reel, but the network took it a step further Thursday night when it aired a Doctor Strange piece devoted exclusively to McGee bloopers. That prompted a nasty exchange of tweets Thursday night between McGee and O'Neal, in which McGee told the Hall of Famer to stop explicitly talking about him, followed by O'Neal threatening. While McGee wasn't available for Warriors' practice Friday, both teammate Kevin Durant and coach Steve Kerr, who worked as a TNT broadcaster before taking the Golden State job, came to McGee's defense. He works extremely hard, Durant said Friday. He's come in here and done so much for us as a player. He only wants to be respected just like anybody else. I understand that Shaq works for a company that wants him to do that type of stuff and make fun of players, but when you just keep doing it time and time and time again for no reason, and the guy actually disagrees with you and you threaten him, I didn't know cops could threaten civilians like that. Durant was referring to O'Neal's status as reserve police officer in South Florida. It's definitely childish, Durant said, but that's what they want from these stars and these retired players, to feud with the guys playing now. If I was JaVale, I'd feel the same way. It's childish, said Kerr. JaVale has been fantastic for us as a player, a teammate, and a fantastic guy. He's funny. He's fun to be around, he does his job, he's a total pro. I don't blame him for being frustrated. Shaq's been picking on him for years and years and years. I think JaVale, and rightfully so, I feel like he's frustrated. It's like it never ends. It's one thing to have just a little fun, but I think you can go a little bit over the top. Kerr acknowledged being influenced by the TNT segments. You have to think about JaVale's career. When you're in this position where somebody on national TV is making fun of you night after night after night, it's not the greatest thing for your reputation. I can tell you I had a preconceived notion of JaVale before he got here that turned out to be false. And a lot of that was because of what goes on Shaq's Shaq and a Fool. Durant also used the opportunity to mock aspects of O'Neal's playing career. Shaq was a free throw shooter. He missed dunks, he airballed free throws, he couldn't shoot outside the paint. Durant said, he's bigger than everybody. He didn't have any skills, but he was bigger and stronger than everybody. And he's still a great player, but you had your flaws too as a player. And he played on 5 or 6 teams too, so it's not like he was just like this perfect center. You had your flaws too. O'Neal replied to Durant via Twitter on Friday night. The Shaq-JaVale McGee beef got so intense that in the end, their mom had to get involved. So do give us your thoughts regarding all these times that Shaq has disrespected his fellow NBA players, and while you're at it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.